Welcome to another episode of Professions. My name is Mayawa, aka
Big Daddy.
Are you not tired of being called Big Daddy?
No, I'm not tired.
We're the only ones who call him Big Daddy.
Okay.
The other one, Big Daddy. I'm here with the beautiful,
Pauly Pocket.
the beautiful,
Montego Bay.
with the commander in sheets,
Be clean.
Anonymous Lange. Anonymous Lange. Guys, how have you been?
Good.
Okay.
That's so fake. Oh, how have you been?
Okay.
Good.
Have you been, Mayowa?
I'm also good, always good.
V.
Yeah, I've
Today
been
we are
good
talking
too.
about adulting.
What's so funny? I mean,
You guys said you were good. We're talking about adulting and meritocracy. That means working and trying to level up. First question: childhood or adulthood? Which one would you prefer? Your childhood.
I prefer my adulthood.
Man, my adulthood has been tough. T for tough.
But you prefer your teenage years and your childhood years?
Oh, my life was
Really?
beautiful.
Ah,
It was so nice.
we're just eating cabin biscuits in the school with your school uniform.
Actually, I changed my mind.
I forgot
that childhood involves
Obviously, Paula, come on.
Okay, adulthood.
Actually, I enjoy going to school though. That's something.
Of course.
The worst part of
I
my
loved
childhood.
going to school, guys.
I enjoyed
Sorry,
going to
I
school,
loved
to be fair.
school. Loved school. But
No,
I was
I
only
didn't
there
like-
for the
I enjoyed going to
socializing.
school.
I wasn't there for the learning. Did have to learn, but yeah.
I felt like school gave me every facet of like life, like friends, fun, sports, being like everything. I was in the body now, so like
What about
okay,
love?
He was in a boarding house. Maybe he
I didn't
found
care.
love.
I didn't care about like if it's genuine platonic love, yes, but not romantic love because.
That's what I meant.
But that was not what I was looking for.
So then it didn't give you all the facets of life.
Some of them.
Yeah, but the facets of life that were important to me at the time. So
Well, I think we'd all want to be adults. We choose to be
I don't
adults.
think that everybody wants to be an adult.
No, I mean like
Okay,
in
right.
this
The
table.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
I have black parents. That's why. So adulthood gives you a little bit of some sort of freedom. And
were your
liberty.
parents really strict?
Oh God, Jesus Christ!
I mean,
When you show them your report card and it's not making sense,
to be fair,
Yeah,
if
I used to
it's
shit
a
my
fantastic
pants.
slap. Whoa!
if I
Yeah,
raise
yeah.
my kids in a society that's not their race, I would be extremely strict.
But that's also one thing. I think that's also the essence, because my parents were just like, "Look, you're a black kid.
Yeah,
I
you have
can't
to-
allow
you
you
have
to."
do more.
yeah, yeah.
So, but even going to
even
people's
if you
houses
were
was.
in Nigeria, your parents would probably still be strict.
They will still be
Maybe
strict, but
less
we're all the
strict.
same. But
Yeah.
we won't notice that my parents are strict because we're all kind of like the same.
That's true. That's true.
So it
We
helps
all
you.
used to trauma bond.
Yeah.
Trauma bond.
But the
with
thing with
friends.
me was like even in school they didn't used to like I didn't have problems with report cards and I just knew I need what I needed to do. Like my parents didn't have to tell me to study.
Yeah.
So I was a different kid. Like I didn't.
Show off.
No, but I'm not trying to show off, but like
I'm kidding.
like
That's exactly
compared to like
you.
my friends, like it just made
So
sense.
my
to
parents used to
study.
always ask like questions like, okay, I would be like, well, this guy's my friend, and ask me like, what are his parents doing? I'm like, guy, what the fuck? How am I supposed to know?
Nah, because it's very important. Like,
no, but obviously as an adult now it makes sense. But how would you know as a kid? Like, it's so weird to be asking
Yeah.
kids like, what are your parents doing?
And you don't even know.
You don't
what,
even
You don't
know.
even know what your parents are doing.
Exactly.
because I remember then, like our parents judge people that smoke as bad people. So
Exactly. But yeah, being an adult is definitely. It's not more fun. It's you have liberties, and but everything is difficult.
I think it's confusing. What is adulthood? What is that? Like,
Please tell us.
what is adulthood?
I feel like at the point where you start getting independent, so like once you move out of the house, I
Yeah,
think
but
that's the beginning.
Maya,
of
how
adulthood.
old were you when you moved out of the house?
Probably like 24, 25ish.
Oh, that's late though.
No, but I was always like, in and out.
No.
Yeah, so
I was
like
fresh
fully.
18. I would think I was 18 for 2 months and then I moved out the
No, but
house.
I couldn't have let my mom alone.
I was
'cause
19
I was
when I
alone, so I
moved
was
out.
like, let me just stay.
I was 19 when I moved out, and that was like mad stressful for my mom.
Yeah,
I had to lie to move out.
yeah, but that's an African thing as well, moving out,
But I felt like at the point where I moved out, I needed it for my
Sanity.
For my sanity. Like, I couldn't just take it anymore. I needed to move out.
I wanted to move out when I was 22, because invited a young lady friend to the house, thinking that my mom is working from 7 to 7, just for her to dupe me. And then
What do you mean by dupe you?
so I invited a lady friend. I was like, yeah, come to my house. My mom is not at home. Not knowing that my mom is only working half day that day. So invited her over. You do what you have to do, of course. Then all of a sudden, I just hit a key. I was in the kitchen at that time. I was like, yeah. there were no hiding. Where was I supposed to hide?
Oh my gosh!
All of
And
this
then
hiding. It was so cold. That house was so cold that day. Mom was so furious. Was like, oh, so this is what you're doing. It was like, yeah, Cheryl, this is what you're doing. In my mind, I was just like, look, I'm 22. What am I supposed to do? Like, come on, I need a little bit of something here, Yeah. So I was really fighting with my mom. And I was like, look, I need to move out of this house because the way you're acting, you're crazy. And I think my mom called my dad, and then everything was just going on. My dad was like, yeah, I understand. I was like, yeah, I'm just your son. I just want to, you know how it is.
I think for me, it was just more of privacy. Like, we were
Of course, you need privacy.
Because I was living with my 2 brothers and my 2 sisters. So, like, I couldn't have any form of privacy. Obviously, they wanted to be kids, and I wanted to just be me. I don't need any kind of noise or anything. And that was really hard to. And then I was sharing my room with my siblings. So, constantly, I was going crazy. Anytime I come home.
Can't imagine.
Like,
gosh, they're there.
Not even they're there. Like, what I put here is not there anymore. And I'm like, and if I didn't move out, I think at some point my siblings would have hated me because I would be really, really like angry every single time. So I was like, nah. Because at some point I couldn't just stop. Like, I couldn't even continue saying anything anymore. Because they were just like, why is this guy always
They won't
screaming?
understand. They won't understand.
Like, my brother used to think I was a bitch.
Because I'm like, what's going
You just need your own space, and that's what it is. But for me, as the youngest in the family, I just couldn't take it anymore. I hated that house. Just had to leave. Eventually, you leave.
But then the first year was tough, though. When I moved out,
It was too young for you to move out. To be fair,
it was tough. Like, mentally, financially, everything. It was really tough. I was like, I think for like 6 months, I was living on the edge. Like, really living on the edge.
that's one thing I could never.
That's
do.
been my life since I moved to this
Really?
country.
I was living on the edge, like,
Nah.
constantly.
And then imagine not having family. to
Imagine
support
I
you.
moved straight out of my parents' house
So
to
these-
a different country.
That's really difficult.
That's like
But do you
twisted.
guys still have like black tax? Like, still every now and then you might send something.
Of course, I send something every month.
Nah, don't do that.
But that's normal.
No, it shouldn't be.
It's not expected.
But
You send money to your parents? Okay.
Or to my sister
Why
or
do you
to
find that abnormal?
somebody.
no, I'm not saying it's abnormal. Obviously,
But my mom will never ask me
Okay,
ever.
that's cool then.
So
No, but
So I'll
you
send to
shouldn't-
her, then she'll send to me. Then I'll send to her, then she'll send to me.
Well,
So
you shouldn't even be
that's
doing
only
that
so-
because I mean you're in a phase where you're just building yourself.
and she understands that. But then
I
sometimes
always forget your mom is different. Your mom is
She's got
African
the
woman.
cool mom.
Yeah, you guys have
She's
cool mom
got
with
the cool
with a very
mom.
little bit of white. Like, I understand. You. I like that. No, because it's a tug of war. Because as you're trying to become an adult, your parents are also constantly asking you for, hey, help me with this, help me with that, and that's not possible because
Yeah.
you really have to focus on yourself and establish yourself to a point where you're really financially stable. But by the time that because we all have this essence of, okay, I want to build something for my parents. At this point, I'm not building anybody anything. Me, my wife first. No, seriously. I make sure that my wife is okay, my wife is okay, my
That's
child
true.
is okay.
I don't know,
Inshallah,
that's a hard mentality for
No,
me
it's not-
personally.
I
to
know,
have,
but that's something
because
that-
it's like I feel like it's ingrained in an African child's brain
that's
that
bad.
you have to
You have to give back. You
that's
have
bad.
even
to.
if it's not expected. I still
You-
feel like
It's
but I don't feel like it's just what I enjoy doing.
I don't enjoy
How do
doing
you
it.
know we enjoy it?
You
or
don't
we've
enjoy it.
been
You have been
programmed,
programmed to think that way.
that.
Nah, because the thing is,
How can you be taking care of somebody that's been living 30 years before
Like,
you?
yeah, but it just makes me like
Like Victor, when you
Yeah.
think about it,
Yeah.
now that you're out of your parents' house
Yeah.
or all the kids are out, shouldn't they be spending the money that they've been spending on us on themselves? Why then are they asking us to send them money?
nah, but in my case, in my own case, it's completely different. 'cause
Okay, no, I'm saying
I have like 3 other siblings now, so it's like I just
But those
find
are
it like
but those are your parents'
normal
responsibilities. It's not
Yeah,
your
definitely.
responsibility.
I'm
You're
not-
a bigger brother, obviously. Now and then, maybe
So it's like
small
for
money
me-
for Coca-Cola.
So
money
for me, it's
Chupa
like
Chup.
it's like normal to just be there. So,
But don't you think adulting is very different for men and women?
That's
Yeah.
true.
You know,
And because yesterday I saw a funny video. It's like not funny. It was basically talking about what men are going through as of the age of 25. It's like for a man, you really have to make it at that point. Basically saying that you really have to make sure you have a job, you're working, and you're moving ahead in life. Because for men, there's no parachute. There is only a small fraction of men really have pretty privilege. The rest is just work and
do
make
you even
money.
think there's pretty privilege
There
for
is
men?
yeah, of course now. If I was pretty, do you think I would be here?
sugar mummies.
Yeah, but men are not fulfilled by.
It's because they are stupid. You can become complacent if you're just using your privilege just to
Have sex.
have sex or just to travel. The thing is,
But you can't,
use your
you can't be
privilege
pretty
to-
without a nice personality too.
No, I don't think the sugar mummies care.
I don't care. Come on,
Nah, it
No,
depends.
you can't
They'll
be
be like,
rude.
It depends.
you can't really give me conversation. Yeah, I just need
Your work is just to nibble on my nipple.
exactly.
Nah.
Look,
Nah.
if I had the privilege, all of you guys were good. It would be. I will really use that thing to be like, okay, Monta, do you want to go to Monaco with me? Okay, let's go. I have a sugar mommy there. So this is how we actually use, because women always use the pretty privilege to actually make sure that their friends are also good as well.
That's true.
Yeah,
Because Paula can't get a sugar daddy and I don't benefit from that sugar
Exactly.
What are
daddy.
you saying? If I get a boyfriend, she must at least benefit something.
You
men
know,
are
I mean, he
something
pays for
small.
dinners too. That's
why.
very nice.
It would be nice if the guy took care of my
Yes.
friend
And
too.
that's why women
you know?
always ask. Most guys that we know that have been chopping and dicing ladies, none of them has shared anything with us.
Why should they share anything?
It's about like, okay,
Like, but why
no,
though? Like,
really, no, seriously.
Why?
If you have the privilege, target the women accordingly. Okay, this woman is in middle management of any company. Let me befriend her, do what I have to do, and be like, okay, Paula, do you need a job? Cool. This is how you make it work.
Nah.
All of these guys have been chopping and balancing, sending us
You're
snaps.
making it seem like
No, come, that's bullshit.
Because if let's say if a guy is a gigolo,
Yeah.
he is not telling his friends that, oh shit, it's not a respectable thing as guys to do that. So I understand
Leave
when
respect.
guys
No,
don't-
but
It
no,
becomes
no, respect.
respectable when the money is
Exactly.
there.
Nah.
Yeah, the money brings respect.
You think I'm going to respect you knowing that the reason
Why
why
do
you,
I care? I have more
just
money
because
than
of my
you.
job,
I have more money
because of what
than
I
you.
do,
Well, I have more money
I'm a
than
good
you.
person.
What are you on about?
Come on, see, everyone's moral compass is different. So
It's
that's,
not about
not
that.
moral.
It has
No,
nothing to do with moral compass.
not.
I date 3 sugar mummies, right? In the next 3-4 years.
Yeah.
I will accumulate way more money than you ever will in your
You
10
see?
years of
And she
working.
will share with her friends.
And
You are just chopping
no,
and balancing.
in the end, will people look at me like, oh, what a
See?
sinner? No, they'll be like, you have money? We respect
Yeah,
you.
and we respect how you got that money.
then I might as
No,
well, I might
I
as well
don't
be a
know if they will
prostitute.
respect
That's not prostituting.
No, what do you mean? You're basically a gigolo.
No, don't say.
Yeah, come on, that's
Adulting.
basically you're a gigolo. Like, come on.
No, you're rendering certain services.
Yeah, but the name is gigolo.
No, it's not a gig. No, I really thought about it. I wish that some of my friends would have like at least privilege. They would have at least gotten something out of it.
But you don't even need to be pretty to.
I think, adulting is seeing opportunities.
You see, that means all of those guys are idiots. They're not seeing opportunities. Like somebody could just fix your mortgage, for instance. I'm like, oh, I know somebody who works at Bank Austria.
Let me
just help you with it.
I understand where you're coming from, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, guys will do stuff like that. For them, they are not proud that they are doing stuff like that.
Why won't you be proud? It's your prowess.
It depends.
Most
It depends.
This is
guys,
what- this
most
is what
guys
God
that
has sent you to
know-
do.
I think most guys
are
that
not proud.
Maybe most guys that are African.
Yeah, they
I
are
was
not.
about to say.
But
proud of
we're
that.
speaking in. I don't know about white people. I can only speak for Africans or Nigerians.
But that's changing. That's changing.
Yeah, it's
There's
changing.
a reason Ben 10 is such
It's
not
changing,
you know Ben
it's
10 is
changing,
such a
it's
normal
changing,
term because
but-
young people are dating now older women who will
That's
help
not the
them.
problem.
Young men are now
See-
thinking now they've reached adulthood and they're like, "What? This is tricky, man. I need to provide for my family. I need to
See,
still
I-
hold up. Why don't I go to this older woman?" Right, gain life experience. She's still paying me. She's still networking me with her people.
Everything
That's
that
part
you're
of
saying, everything
adulting,
that you're
right?
saying is currently
What is
what
he
I desire.
losing? What is he losing?
That turns
This
me
is
on.
still a job. What
That
is he
shit turns me on.
losing? So he's gaining money, he's gaining skills, and he's gaining network.
And she will even give you internal. This is how you manage women in your age range.
Exactly.
And you know what? She doesn't expect commitment. Like,
She's literally-
later on.
She's like,
She's not expecting- she's not expecting marriage.
I'm not saying people who want to do. I'm just telling you, like, guys who do that, I don't expect you to offer me anything.
No, if you're not expecting is
that's the thing. But you
what
are
do you
saying
mean
that,
offer you anything?
yeah, because if let's say my wife is dating an older
No,
woman,
I expect you. If I'm your male friend, right? And you're dating a famous bank manager, and I want to get a mortgage, and there's a way you can help me with something,
but
I would expect you as my friend to help me.
That's different.
What? But that's what he's saying.
No, my wife is saying without me asking, I should be like, this woman that I'm having sex with, who is like 50, 60. Please help my friend. You're not thinking about that because you're in a situation.
You should be. You should be.
No,
trust me, if I was dating someone who could help all of you guys, I would make sure he helps you.
That is
every
fine.
week,
That
I'm
is
definitely
fine.
thinking. I'm always thinking of all of you guys. I'm always like, okay,
Let
me plug one.
That's the thing.
you.
But most people will
Yeah,
do
but
stuff
those are they can never be my friends.
most people will do.
leave.
Most people will do stuff like that. Do it on the cover.
It has to be on a cover.
Yeah.
But it's like you are sleeping
Yeah.
with the
And-
wife of a governor.
You're doing
Give
it
me
on-
government contract.
Yeah, but you're doing it on the cover, and the friend that knows is maybe like your closest friend.
It's
like-
not for anybody to know, of course.
Yeah,
no.
so it's not like I'm not, because let's say you have like 5 friends. I'm not expecting that guy that is doing stuff like that to be like, hey, A, B, C, D. No, like
You're
no.
not going to.
I would if I'm
You're
going
gonna
to.
do it
I would help you.
strategically.
You have
Yeah,
to be
exactly.
discreet about it.
It's not kiss and tell. It's not kiss and tell.
Exactly. That's
You
what
can't
I'm
be doing
telling
those
you.
things and having a
Yeah.
podcast,
Yeah,
broadcasting that shit. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, guys who do that don't just go around.
But it's a clandestine environment. Everybody knows, okay, this one is not a prostitute, she's an escort. This is what she does, you know. That's how it works.
It's adulting 101.
Yeah.
It's really adult.
but-
Like, if I could plug you guys, we are rolling.
Yeah.
It would be my dream to be like,
This life is about working smart.
That's
Let's go to South.
That's
Tokyo,
definitely
I've never
not my
been
dream.
there.
Yeah.
If I was doing that, I swear no one would know.
Don't be ashamed of your
No,
hustle.
me, I will tell you guys. Because life is all about telling
definitely.
stories.
I know. I would also.
I would just be giving.
Because
I'll
why,
be
you are
telling
in
you
the
the story.
office?
I'll be telling you the story indirectly.
No, while you're in the office, I'm in a hammock somewhere. I mean, like, enjoying my life.
No, the thing is, if I have money, you would indirectly benefit anyways. But I don't need to tell you the source of my.
Okay, that's good. Then I don't
I will
care.
tell you because I don't like to keep secrets like that. No. I need to
My
know.
closest friends will definitely.
My closest friends will know, but there are even certain close friends that I'm like, this boy, I don't trust his mouth.
But those are not your friends. Those are not your friends. Obviously, it stays within the circle. But guys, do you feel like your dreams and aspirations are still valid that you had as a child, like of adulting?
I think my adulthood has shown me that I'm a risk taker and I can do anything I want. So, yeah.
Or maybe because you're still young, you feel like you can still take those risks.
No, I think it's the risks that I've taken. I was lucky enough for them to have,
aligned.
aligned or come to pass or whatever. Yeah. So I still feel like my aspirations are still valid. Just being rich, that was my aspiration in life.
You still have that.
Being rich, being happy.
You still want to be a billionaire?
No.
That has changed.
That has changed.
Why
She
not?
wants to be a millionaire.
Because father was always like, yeah, I want to be a billionaire. I was like, that's a lot of money.
I realize it is a lot of money. And once you get to
too
a
much
certain
trouble.
wealth class, now you become a slave to your money. And I
Yeah.
think that wealth class, now you become a slave to. Politicians will start looking for me. Who wants this from me? Who wants that? I don't want that.
So you don't want to be Jeff Bezos money.
No, I definitely do want to be in the 20 million to 100 million range in net worth. Past that, no thanks.
You're definitely not saying no thanks.
No, I'm serious. No
But
thanks.
you don't liquid when you
Yeah.
really have a billion. It's not like you really have the money. It's just like
Yeah.
your net worth.
Once I get to maybe 20, 30 billion, I stop.
Shilling.
Billion.
No, million.
In which currency? Rent.
No.
That's still good though. That's still
That's
good.
still good.
I feel like it depends on how many kids you have, though.
No, because it'll get to a point where my assets are now doing the work for me, so I don't need to do much.
Still, but like 20 million with 4 kids. To be
$20
honest,
million
Are you crazy? That's a lot of money.
in net worth.
That's a lot of money.
with 4 kids.
Even if you have
what
like
the
2
hell are
ends.
these kids doing with my money?
Depends on what kind of school you send
No, you
them.
don't have
what
to.
kind of
Public
holiday
school.
you send them.
Yeah, these kids will live a very normal
You
life.
can go to a nice school,
Very
nice
normal
public
life.
Like I said, it
school.
depends on what kind of lifestyle you want to give your kids.
My kids, what lifestyle? I'm building a house. We're staying in that house. They're
you-
going to public school. The only thing I'm doing is financing their dreams.
If you okay, so you're not taking
Maybe
them
you want to be
private
a
schools.
musician.
Because if
I
you're
will
taking
put
your kids,
away,
if
like-
you're taking your kids to private schools,
Why am
let's
I
say-
taking them to private
okay,
school?
then that's different.
No,
Okay.
but I'll take them on holidays
Private
for
school.
sure.
Because private school, like
I'm a
if
single
you have
private
four
school
kids, if you have 4 kids, 40K a year times 18.
Private school in Austria.
Yeah, for 4
There's
kids.
a banging private
you
school I wish
wanna-
I would go
if you
for
wanna send
100K
them to
a year.
Yeah, crazy.
Switzerland.
Yeah, there are
I
so-
know
Wait, I
that
know
one.
it.
so
I
many-
know
there's so
it.
many- there's
We
so
would
many-
all love to go to that private
I
school.
always
So-
want to go to
so
private
if
school
you're-
and to MIT.
Yeah, so if you're that level rich, trust me, you're not taking your kids to public.
Then I want. Then I'll
Trust me.
We do
Well,
Montessori.
there's some really
trust me,
nice private
you're
schools
then
in
not.
I'll
South
take my
Africa.
kids to private school in
In
Kenya.
Kenya.
Like really,
Honestly.
really
Trust
good. Where
me,
you
trust
get
me,
to
trust-
school in
trust me,
helicopters and all that shit.
Trust me, you are not taking them. You're not.
Why?
She is.
Why not? Why would I take them to a private school here when the private schools there are 20 million times better?
Exactly.
Okay.
And then they're at home and they still get, the culture.
So you want to be living here and then take.
But
your
it's a
kids.
boarding school, so
boarding
all the
school,
time they get a
yeah.
holiday, they fly back here.
Paula, I like that idea.
No, those
That's an
those African
option.
private schools always have like connections with those Ivy League schools
Exactly.
elsewhere, so you'll be good.
Yeah.
I definitely want to
and I
live
just
in
wanna
the
send
same
them-
country as my kids. I don't want to be shipping my kids somewhere.
Me, I don't believe in boarding school anyway. So
I believe in boarding
do
me,
school.
like
I would have
it.
I would have loved boarding school because
I
my
begged
parents
my
were
parents to send me to boarding school.
really.
I had to get out of the house.
I love boarding school.
They said no.
I just
You
want
see-
my kids to have a
None of you guys go
realistic.
with your parents.
No,
That's why I was
hold
like,
up.
ooh,
I just
boarding
want my
school.
kids to have a realistic view of life. Private school. I was in private school, and I know how it can kind of
How rich are you?
shelter you from.
No, volleyball is always like,
I know it can.
drops those
But come on, like
supplements.
Nigerian private schools or
No.
African private schools.
come
No.
on, what are you dreaming, Victor? We're not.
I'm
No,
sorry.
no. Don't do that. Don't do that. No,
Don't
no.
do that.
No.
I'm sorry.
Speak for yourself.
Please, man.
Yeah.
Please, man. How
Victor.
much are
Yeah.
you spending? How much? How much? Tell me.
Nigerian private school.
Yeah. How much are you spending per semester?
Easy 10K. Easy. Dollars.
It depends. Are you talking of American private schools in Nigeria?
Of course, you will send a.
No, I'm
Why
talking
would you
of.
say-
I'm talking of Nigerian
No,
private.
you don't do that. You
I'm
don't-
not talking of
We have
American.
private schools in
Yeah.
Kenya that are like I think.
but you send them to like a
100K
German private school in Nigeria, for
in a
instance.
year.
Yeah.
No, I'm not talking.
Please
I'm
come
not
to
talking
South
of
Africa
it.
and I'll
Where
take
do
you on
you
a tour
think
in Cape
diplomats
Town.
take their kids when they live in those
Exactly.
countries?
Guys, I'm not talking of
private
the,
schools
I'm
always
not talking of
international.
international private schools that was like. I'm talking of the private schools that was in
I'm
that
talking about
country.
those
You send them to
private
Lungu.
schools.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like,
What?
Like-
But they're still really good.
I'm not saying they're not good, but like, come on,
No,
you guys. are
Victor,
making it seem as if
in
it's
Vienna now, who sends their kids to like Austrian private school? It's always international or French private school, American private school.
yeah, because
Why would you do that? You send them to a, what are they supposed to learn? They'll be eating Wiener Schnitzel and what? I mean,
No,
come
but
on.
in South Africa, there's so many good private schools and they aren't international. You have to be top to get into
South
that.
Africa-
I don't know.
I'm
I don't
definitely
know.
not
Come to
saying.
South
South
Africa
Africa's
and you'll
cancelled.
see.
That doesn't count.
I'm
That's
definitely
We're on
not.
another level.
I'm not talking of like how
You'll
good
be
they are.
surprised how many
I'm talking
black
about.
students are in there.
I'm
course
talking
they're
about how
there, but they're
expensive
shopping
they are. They are not that expensive.
They are
Oh,
expensive.
they're expensive.
They're very-
Expensive.
I went to a private school too until I couldn't.
And did you pay 10K a year?
I don't know what my parents paid, but it was
Yeah,
a
but
lot
definitely
for that
it's
time.
definitely
You wonder why your
not
parents
10K
were
a year.
always stressed and you guys were just fudging in the school, not doing anything.
Because I remember
Stressed.
I went to a public school, and how much I paid per semester? I remember like 50 euros. Look,
At the same time,
I'm like-
I value that so much because it just means that you're getting the same education as what the private school people are also getting.
no, trust me, not. No.
Now private school is different. It's not really about education. It's about like, oh, okay.
See, private schools in Africa, okay, I can only speak for Nigeria, is like, it's a different class.
Was that?
It's a
I
different
thought
class.
that was in Austria.
I'm
Oh, okay,
talking
okay.
of Nigeria now.
Because by us, if you only went to a private school so you can get into university and you can build connections and all of those.
That's how. But that's what a private school.
Even my uni, I went to a public university in Vienna. I don't think I spent up to 6K to finish my bachelor's and master's.
That's why you are
That's
now where
good.
you are.
So no, I still feel no, Mayowa, no.
You know what, one? It's the thing is we don't want to see that life is just about elitism. The people that are up there will never tell you that, hey, you're not on my level. They'll just be like, okay, because they need you to keep you where you are.
Of course it is, but that's why I'm saying, if you're making 20 to 30 million, depends on how much.
I'm not making that. I'm worth that. That's what I said.
Yeah, but even if you're worth that, you definitely want to make more. Trust me.
But that's why I said my assets will be making more. I definitely have a business or whatever. But I also don't want to spoil my kids or anything like that.
But that's not spoiling kids. You're just taking them to private school.
Victor,
You're giving them the best education.
I was in a private school and I got spoiled just by being in a private school because the people around are spoiled.
Proper milk and carbon biscuit. You were drinking powdered milk. The levels
I was on Monday morning.
I was doing like horse riding, skating, things like that.
What's the problem with that?
There's no problem, but like
but
I'm telling you,
but
imagine that's in Kenya. Like not everybody has that reality. So when I go out into life, I'm just like, what is this?
Horse riding, scheiße. What going
with you?
What going with you? let me talk to some of your guys in Kenya. Let me relocate.
Why hasn't she invited us to come with her to Kenya?
I feel like we need to go to Kenya.
We all need to pull up on Kenya. The first thing I will prostrate in front of.
When are you going next though?
Same. No, Paula, I'm going to your grandmother. I just want to be spoiled by your grandmother.
My grandma is gonna give you cow milk or something.
Yes, I want to be in the good life, live in the country and eat proper vegetables and proper food.
Don't worry,
that's what they call spoiling.
Maybe your dad knows somebody in telecommunications or civil engineering.
No, for sure. Okay, this adulting episode has really hit.
Adulting is guys. I've been thinking about it. Like I don't think I can work till I'm in pension. It's not possible.
No, it's not.
That's what I'm going through every week. I'm just like, look, eventually I might have to just be like, you know what? I'm getting out of this rat race. It's not possible. What are you telling me? Work till I'm 40 something? No.
65.
No, yeah, I mean the 40 years or 45 years of working.
Do you think the human race is built to work 40 hours a week?
No. Definitely not.
I read that in which country are they making the workday shorter?
I
The
think
work week?
Scandinavia.
Finland, Sweden. Yeah.
They have like a 30 hours work week, but everything is more about like, you guys have been there. It's very laxed. They're not like in Australia. Everybody's like always stressed.
I said that's the energy in this country.
Really, I hate it
like
so much.
Everybody's like, clenching their ass muscles.
You want to buy a ticket at the metro station, so people just taking their time. No, let him be. If he takes his time, just take his. That's something that would never work in Australia.
It's like
someone will be shouting at you, "Hey, tu trotto!" No, it doesn't work.
Yeah, but I always find it so sad that whenever I'm going to a public, I don't know, somewhere where I need to be served, then I'm always scared how they will treat me because they're like that, you know, like so frantic, and that's not nice.
Do you know one Austrian thing that pisses me off? Shouldn't piss me off.
Okay,
he can speak. He's got the passport.
So let's say I'm working and I'm on my no. Let's say you're working and I need something from you. So imagine you're just on your computer doing stuff, and then I tap you, and then you say "Bide." I'm like,
why are you shouting?
What should they say? Oh, okay.
Like, I just need "Bide."
I don't get it.
That's Austrian.
I feel like
what is
I feel not welcome. It's the way you say it's like as if I don't like it. It's not welcome.
Yeah, but that's
Austria.
Austria. Austria
I
is
also
just
don't like it if you offer them something, or if you're like, do you want this? They'll say, thank you, no. That's also for me like, oh, just say
this
no.
turned into an Austrian episode real quick.
No, like, just say no, thank you. But they'll be like, thank you, no.
Yeah.
That's how it comes across.
Yeah, I like the Austrian culture, to be fair.
I can't say anything.
I don't have anything.
Nobody's welcoming. I'm not welcoming either. You know,
I love welcome. No, I don't like the non welcoming parts of that stuff. So
yeah, but back to work, guys. It's really crazy because I've been really thinking about it. Like,
this is adulting.
Yeah, but
ADHD.
It's like everything.
ADHD is adulting.
That's
you know, we started a topic. We went.
Work is all about bullshitting.
This actually,
everything about bullshitting.
Yeah, fake it till you make it.
Of course, well, a lot of us wouldn't.
I don't think you can work for 40 years. That's impossible. How do you find happiness in one job for 40 years? If you're switching jobs and careers, I get that. If you're learning and relearning, I get that. But
But there are people who work for 40 years and constantly.
That was our
learning
parents.
and
Yeah,
relearning.
my dad is so happy. He loves his
Some
job.
people-
That was
some
them. They were happy, but
Okay,
we're
this
like
new
such an
generation,
unfulfilled generation.
I think we are asking way more because we want to also be fulfilled while we're doing something.
Yeah.
And we constantly see somebody that is like, okay, maybe that person is a surgeon, but they're also doing something on the side. I think our generation will definitely have multiple jobs on the side. It's definitely not going to be one.
I think the reason why this generation needs that is because they know that, okay, if you go through the simple route of, okay, school, the amount of money you would make is not even what would satisfy me. So you rather like look for many other options that you would work less and make more money.
Yeah.
Back then, people are willing to work 40 hours for shit pay.
And people are also not traveling. I think we have seen so many things that we're just like, this ain't it. Because nowadays there are loads of like digital nomads, you know. Because a lot of countries are now kind of like implementing that visa that you can work in a certain specific country for like 10 years if you have a certain amount of money in your bank account. And they will just give you a digital visa and you'll be working there.
Even these days, if you have so much money, you can even get nationality of certain countries.
Really?
Yeah.
I think Portugal allows you to live in the country if you like invest like on 200,000.
It's all countries have an investment cap.
Definitely. But they'll make it easier even now because now people just want to. Maybe
Live
someone wants to live
anywhere.
in, I don't know, in Bali.
They just have to make that world citizenship thing a
They should make it, to be
reality.
fair. It's easier. I mean, like going through visa stress. I mean, at this. I hate
You're going through visa stress
No,
He
let me-
with your
He
strong.
said going through.
Come on. I can't imagine myself going through that shit. Are you crazy?
The time that I knew,
I'm wise.
the time that I knew that I need to change my nationality was when I wanted to go to Thailand. I'm like, Thailand, like, come on. I stood there, this line at the Thailand embassy. I'm like, come on, man.
Welcome to our world.
It was so stressful. I'm like,
Welcome to
That's what
our
Africa's
world.
going through.
This is what we're going
Going
through.
through the worst.
And the
Oh my
only
God.
thing that
Deal with
speaks
this.
is money.
money.
Literally.
Your bank
Literally.
account always has to be loaded.
top.
They don't want you to be a cockroach in there, leeching in the country.
We're not leeching in your
You know
motherfucking.
the worst is my mom said it's so disgusting because they think you want to even leech from their country.
I wish I could speak, but
I totally get my mom. She's like, Austria thinks I want to live in this country. Do they not know what I have in South Africa? Do they not know? And I'm like, speak, sis, speak.
But how
sis.
many are going? Well, how many South Africans are living like this? How
let's
many?
be- let's
How
be-
many South Africans has
Oh, guys, let's be
you know,
honest.
working
South
in gold
African
mines?
nationality is not Nigerian passport, though. It's different, though.
South Africa, yeah, we're
It's,
very different.
it's
You guys
different
are-
though. Nigerian
We're the
passport. If
highest
you have
in
Nigerian
Africa.
driver's license, you cannot drive anywhere. South African driver's license can at least you're still allowed to drive other places. See,
But
Nigerians have
even Kenyans have it better because at least people like you guys. Look,
no, it's because of our
different.
religion.
Nigeria is.
Nigeria is the bottom barrel.
Hold up. What are your
Like-
politicians doing? Our new president at least talked to South Africa and said visa-free
Our new-
entry for
our new
Kenyans for 3
president-
months. What's yours doing?
Ah,
Ours
let
is
me tell you
making
something.
diplomatic connections
Let me
or
tell you
something.
It's
Like,
because you guys have tourism. Tourism helps
okay,
a
yeah.
lot.
Well,
Do you know what Nigeria is?
well, I'm saying.
Do you know what Nigeria is? Nigeria is close to midnight. That's how black it is. Close to midnight.
But I saw their beaches. They're actually nice.
like you guys would just
believe that
look. Nigeria is a beautiful
Nigeria
country.
Nigeria has beautiful beaches.
Nigeria is a beautiful country.
Where
But
are
the
the
thing is,
animals though?
forget the animals.
See,
I've
go
top
to
10.
Ibadan Zoo, you see animals. There's zoo. It's just that it's okay. You can't compare it with safari or anything.
No,
but
we can't.
so,
Because every day I probably
but
see something.
Obudukatu Ranch, like the Calabar
guys,
Festival,
everything is
like
there.
there's
Everything is
Olumo
Nigeria.
Rock. There's
What
so
is
many
that?
like.
Olumo Rock is basically the Ayers Rock of Nigeria. Do you know Ayers Rock?
Yeah, like come on.
I don't even know what that is. But
You don't know the Ayers Rock?
all I know is I thank God I'm Kenyan.
Don't
Because
worry.
my
thank God I'm mixed.
passport gets to some countries, America, Turkey,
She's got a very nice
China.
passport.
Oh, so you can go to
Austria.
you can go to America for without
It's
visa.
very easy for Kenyans
Yeah,
to get
they've
like
got
an
the like
American
such a good
visa.
relationship. Do you know how strong that was?
You know, countries like wow, I like it. I
No,
like it.
Paula, you should be happy.
Kenyans are now traveling Europe. Like
See,
we're being
when
You
I-
know the
See,
Seychelles
when-
has got
Visas
one
like
of the
this.
strongest passports in Africa. The Seychelles.
seashells.
Seychelles.
Oh, I say Seychelles.
Seychelles. Not Seychelles.
Shelly sells Seychelles on the
Seychelles.
seashore.
I applied for UK visa 3 times.
And
You know the reason why they said I'm not going to come back because I have a Nigerian passport. That's the reason they declined me twice.
What? I was accepted my first time.
But then I clocked it. I was like, okay, I think I'm doing something wrong. So I had to tell my boss to write me a letter like I'm employed.
Do you have a Nigerian passport?
When I had a Nigerian passport, because I went to the UK first.
Bad days are gone. Bad days are gone.
I'm thinking of marrying you. You know.
How you can marry me? How much will you pay me?
For the
Paula,
passport.
I'd rather you first marry me
Before
before you depend on a man.
Jokes, guys.
Please.
This adulting episode needs to come to.
It comes to an end because you guys are saying I don't think it's catastrophic.
No, it's
We were
fine.
just going, but it's cool because we're all stressed. So, guys, show this to your pastor, family, friends. Thank you guys for coming.
Give us some connections,
Love you.
people.
Exactly.
Bye.
Bye.